Assalamu alaikum everyone. So I have another book, so let's read it. The Flood and the Arks, the story of the Prophet Nuh. Context forward. Page 5, 7, 11, 12, 13, 15, 18, 21, 27, 31, 38, 40, 43, and 44. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The believers give thanks to God. The believers emir plots against sin. The great sing against God. The emir success. The people build idols, temples and precious wars and famous. God choice Noah to guide his people. The people asked for an angel. Noah protest to the councils. The councils call for the punishment to come. Noah is patient. The people do not listen. Noah is ashamed for his people because they will not believe. God commands Noah to build the ARK. 3. $14, $15, $16, $17, $47, $49, $53, $54. The hour of the flood comes near. The flood comes and the unbelievers are drowned. Noah appeals for his son. The flood is over. The children of Noah reminds the ark. 4. One, the believers give thanks to God. God believes the children of Adam, peace and believings be upon him, and blessings be upon him. Both men and women, he blessed their children and the children after them. They grew in number and spread widely across the earth. They prayed only to God and thanked him for his many favors to them. They thanked him for the air because it was easy for them to breathe. It might not have been. They thanked him for the firmness of the land against the sea, because it was safe for them to walk on. It might not have been. They thanked him for the many colors of the form of earth and sky. It might not have been a dark and empty waste. They thanked him for the many things that were fit for them to eat and satisfied them. It might not have been a dry, unfulfilled world. They thanked him for the bright, warm sun and for the sweet, refreshing rain, because with sun and rain the grass becomes green, a delight to their sheep and goats and a delight to themselves. They learned to use asses and horses and camels and so could travel easier and further inland. And they, Muslims, are required to invoke Allah's blessing and peace upon the prophets whenever their name is mentioned. 7. Thanks God. They marveled at the sweetness of fresh water and how it was kept apart from the salty water of the sea. They learned to travel on the water in boats and ships. And they thanked God. They learned the benefits of certain grasses and began to sow and repay and harvest. They learned to make bread for themselves. And they thanked God. They made many things out of stone and wood and materials, and so life became better for them. And they thanked God even more. They looked at the world around them. They saw that God had made them creatures in pairs, male and females, and blessed them in different ways. Some were stronger, some general, some smaller, some larger. Some rained on the ground, some flew in the air, some lived inside the earth, and some in the water. The plants and shrubs and trees were blessed in different ways, also and in different degrees. One tree would give more fruit 1 year than another, and then the next year it would be different. They looked at each other and marveled how many and women and made. And they thanked God for his favors. Amongst themselves too, they saw that some were stronger, some wiser, some taller. Some were clever with their hands, others clever with words. Yet they all belonged to one family. All were children of Adam. 1 year, one man's fields would yield better than his neighbors, and his herds would be fatter and larger. The next year, perhaps the other way around. Yet they all living thinking things in the land were. 9. Settling on one earth under. Have you guys seen the picture correctly? Okay. Settling on one earth under one sky, all a part of one creation. All different in shape and form, but inside all of one pattern, the work of the one God. Day and night they thanked him freely and with all their hearts and minds. God was pleased with their men and women and increased still more his favors to them. He had made the earth a wide and open space for them. In the same way, he made their hearts and wide and an open space for each other. So there was love and mercy between them. Thought they worked more land to grow food. The earth seemed wider to them than before. They had more and more children, but what food they had, whether much or little, always seemed enough. If a man's field yielded well, and somebody asked him, "How has your harvest been?" the man would give an exact and true account. If a man's field yielded poorly, and somebody asked him, "How has your harvest been?" he too would give an exact and true account. So the people trust each other, hiding nothing. Whoever needed help from the neighbors asked for and got help. Whoever had help to give offered and gave help. They were forgiving and kind to one another and to all the animals that worked and grazed in their lands. And they walked softly on the earth, God's gift to them. And their hearts were at peace both in the day and in the night. So welcome, everyone.